Alexander from the Advocate. How you doing today?
Doing good.
You've always, for the last few years, been known as this really incredible kickoff specialist. Now, Ed has said on before, like you're in the midst of this punter competition. What has that adjustment been like, you know, to punting after not doing it, I guess, that much during your career?
Yeah, it's been some form of adjustment, but I mean, we got great coaches, and Zach helped me a lot along the way because I was punting kind of in the background the past 2 years. So, bringing Peyton in helps too because everybody has knowledge. Cade is like a kicking and punting guru. So it's been an adjustment, but it's good work, and I'm happy where I am right now.
Yeah, hey Avery, this is Glenn West of LSU Country. You just mentioned Peyton there a little bit, and we haven't really heard a whole lot about him. Can you just tell us how maybe he's developed over the last couple months, just how he looks out there as well?
Yeah, doing really well. Coming in as a highly ranked punter, really has a strong leg, really explosive. Been using him as a holder too, trying to teach him that a little bit. But overall, he's come in, he's done work. He's kept his mouth quiet, and he's doing a really good job.
Hey, everybody, it's Scott Bradley from The Advocate. Obviously, you know, Cade has made a lot of preseason All-America teams, stuff like that. How do you regard that as a competition? I mean, are you kind of resigned to your role again as being the kickoff specialist, or do you feel like, hey, I'm pushing this guy, I've got a chance? I mean, how do you look at it when you got a guy who's has come off such a great season and is so highly regarded?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Cade is awesome when it comes to kicking. I think, in my opinion, I think he's the best kicker in the country. I think he was the best kicker in the country last year. So that's his job. My thing is kickoffs. His thing is field goals. So as of right now, that's where it is. And we have two great kickers behind Cade, and Preston Stafford and Zeke Mata. So our specialist room is doing really well.
Avery Brody Miller with the Athletic. I mean, from Coach McMahon, from you to Cole to Cade, now Peyton's been able to kind of pinpoint these guys and execute pretty well on his recruiting. I'm curious though, what is he like as a recruiter? I guess because you don't hear as much about special teams recruiting usually.
Yeah. Really, really good. You can see from his resume, coached college a long time, but then, when he was with the Saints, with, Thomas Morstead and, bringing in Will Lutz at the Saints, he's got a really good resume, and then he's really personable when he talks on the phone with you. I think a lot of people had different options in their recruiting process, and we all chose to come here. And for me personally, Coach Mack was one of the main reasons I came. When you come to visit, he asks, what do you want? And he gets it done. What do you want to see? Do you want to meet players? What do you need to do? He does a really, really good job.
Yeah, Avery, obviously you're competing for punter and you kick off, but what was the pressure like this summer? I guess when you proposed? Was it this summer?
Yeah, yeah.
And where was that? How did you set it up?
Yeah, so me and my girlfriend have been dating for like 8 years, so I figured it was time. Back home, we're both from Auburn, Alabama, so we have a lake not far from there, so I did it there. Nice little background and everything, so it was a special moment.
8 years, that's a long time to date. It's about Von Rosenberg's time at this
Yeah,
point.
I know. It's about the same time frame.
So what made you finally like, all right, I got to get this done?
Just we're both, coming to the end of our college careers, and we both don't really know what's next for the future. So, I figured we should be together whenever we make that next step.
All right. Well, first off, congratulations, I guess.
Thank
I know
you.
that, but I guess just for me, the special teams unit at LSU really hasn't always been like the most consistent unit, and really over the last 3 or 4 years, you mentioned Cole and obviously Cade and Zach, and now you as well, have brought a lot of consistency to that group over the last 3 years. And just what has that been like for you personally to kind of get this group back to being kind of a really consistent force for you guys?
Yeah, it was a really huge, thing for me coming in is kind of first of all learning from the others. I think when Coach Mack got here, he kind of changed the culture of special teams that was here. And bringing in Cole Tracy, that kind of, for me at least, from my time, because me and Cole came in at the same time, that kind of kick-started the consistency that we've had. And it's just the culture we've developed through the years. We've got so many great players that have either are in the NFL or have had shots. Cole had a shot, and Blake Ferguson's with the Dolphins right now. Zach Van Rosenberg had a shot, and still has opportunities. So it's just I really say it goes down to Coach Mack. He demands a lot from us, and that's what we need. We need someone to push us and stuff. So he's done a lot to lead to the consistency you've seen over the past couple of years.
Hey, Avery, it's Scott Beverly again. I remember talking to you kind of way back at the Fiesta Bowl, I think, at the media day, about your kicking style, and you said how you, for lack of a better term, kind of do it wrong, or do it with
Yeah.
not in the classic way.
Yeah.
Could you describe it again, please? Because you said you don't, I'm trying to remember what you said. You don't
The hurdle.
approach the ball, hurdle.
Yeah. It's it's something I like to joke around about the guys with. When I was a junior in high school, I couldn't kick a touchback from the 40. And in Alabama, you just have to land it in the end zone and it's a touchback. So I try to change what I was doing, and there's this hurdle that everybody teaches at the end. You really explode off your plant foot, and it looks like you're about to go over a hurdle. And if you watch my kicks, I never do that. And it's just one of those things that, some people can do it, some people can't. Some people like the hurdle and are really successful with it. Cade York, when he kicks off, he does a really explosive hurdle. So it's really it's different. I've seen a few people that do it the way I do it, but most people do the hurdle. But, it's whatever works best for the individual.
Hey, Avery, Jacques Deuce, WAFB here in Baton Rouge. Your first year, I certainly remember the Miami game, and this guy's pretty good. And and then you went to Auburn, your hometown, when Cole made that kick. Was that your kind of first big adrenaline rush of LSU football that day?
Yeah, there's definitely getting here in 2018 and kind of going through everything, fall camp and everything, kind of not sure what was going on and stuff, kind of learn the ropes. And then, going to Miami or playing in Dallas against Miami, just that was an awesome experience. And I think we played Southeastern at home. So that was my first Death Valley experience ever. And then going home to Auburn and the way we won and everything coming from our room, it was just that was the moment, one of the moments where I was like, man, I made a really awesome decision here.
Hey, when you talk about sort of this, you said you punted on the side, so maybe it's not too much of a transition, but is there anything that you draw from kickoffs that you apply to punting, or is it a completely different craft?
There are some similarities, but it is different in the technique, obviously. But one thing you gain is experience being out there kicking off. You kind of, when you go out to punt, even for the spring game, it was kind of all right, I've done stuff like this before. So there are differences. I try to bring as many similarities as I can to it and make it more comfortable. But yeah, so it's me and Peyton are honestly we're both doing really well right now. So we know we have big shoes to fill with Zach leaving, but I think we'll be okay.
Did you punt in high school real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a new thing.
It's not completely new. Just kind of refreshing, knocking the rust off.
Thanks, Avery.
Awesome. Thank y'all.